Orpheus Island.
Let's go ashore, see what's here.
This is the bit where the guidebook said just scramble over the rocks. Now I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings or something.
Don't like spiders, don't come on this walk. Just there is the shipping cannon. They throw all the rubbish over the side. Well, maybe not in the Barrier Reef, but not far off.
Off we go. And that is the view at the front. I think we have to hold that jib out.
We're running dead downwind.
Just enjoying this sail in flat water. We're sailing through lots of little rain squalls at the moment. It's a morning rainbow. And the wind's dropped. This is Brilliant 2, a Kelly Peterson 44 built in 1978. This is us, the Smallwoods. And this is the story of our long overdue boat refit. Wait, this is the story of a mid-refit sailing adventure. Welcome along for the ride. Well, this is the Yanks jetty on Orpheus Island. It's absolutely stunning here. And we've actually even got somewhere to tie the dinghy up. Amazing.
Wow, this is beautiful. Decent fish cruising around down there, I don't know what they are.
Fishing's actually prohibited within 100 metres of this jetty. And there's lots of really beautiful tropical fish down there. We just saw some little stripies and things. But the rest of the bay is a yellow zone, so you can fish and do other activities aside from around here. There's a couple of moorings here, Gabrumpa public moorings. This looks like a National Parks campsite here. That's a long drop toilet, obviously. Barbecue area and picnic table.
It's not barbecue.
Okay, it's not a barbecue. I'm not quite sure what this is.
Some chairs in
Table and some chairs.
Bring your own gas.
There's another little picnic table out there that we just walked past.
Site down there.
Campsites.
That'd be the one that's
Yeah.
got green grass on it, so that must be cooler.
Nice little spot to camp. Beautiful.
No campers here at the moment, it's too bloody hot and humid.
And about to be wet, probably.
Yeah, next couple of days.
This would be your morning pathway to the beach. Palm tree up ahead. Yay! Back in the land of palm trees. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It just goes on and on.
Loads of palm.
Wow, this is idyllic.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the bit where the guidebook said just scramble over the rocks. Well, I hope we find like a really easy way there.
I hope there's a path. Oh, I'm coming up. They're actually quite slippery, aren't they, these leaves?
Very.
Do you want to push?
No, I'm alright. I'll get there. Don't know how I'm going to get down.
Just slide.
Slide. Right. Can't see any track. Wild. Come around the corner. Now I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings or something.
Why we put that there?
I don't know. Elvish water tank.
It's even got lilies in it.
We found pink ribbons. Hooray.
Oh, here's a fridge.
Oh, this must be what they're talking about. Remains of the is that how you say it? Degaussing?
I don't know, I've never heard of it.
No, I've never heard of it either. It's where they demagnetised the ships in World War II.
Here's a pink ribbon.
Oh, we're saved.
There's another pink ribbon.
Oh yes. Lots of pink ribbons here.
Oh, that's it. That's big spider web.
We're having a bit of a spider nightmare here.
Don't like spiders, don't come on this walk. Me personally, I don't.
They're golden orb spiders, they're not like...
They're bite you, but they're big and black and yellow, and should have got a photo of that one.
We were too busy panicking at the time. I got attacked by green ants as well, so that was my little Rumpelstiltskin style dance. Anyway, got to keep going.
This is steeper than it looks. I can't.
Or do we not need pink
No,
anymore,
well,
is it?
you might be better off going down. I don't know.
Well,
both
actually,
steep.
it looks pretty easy. This
Yeah.
well,
It's not very far to
easier
go.
this
It's only another 30 feet down. Got my spider stick.
It's just slippy because it's that really loose matchup.
Don't let the tree ants bite.
No, trying not to. Oh, this is going to be a slippery slide. I think I'll just go down on my bum. Woo! Lizard!
And Josh wouldn't like this, would he?
No. Alright, so where does this come out?
The campsite.
At the campsite!
Why don't they put a bloody sign up?
Oh, that's brilliant. Right, okay. We've made it back to the beach. We didn't do the whole circuit.
Well, let's go back, do it.
No, let's not.
Oh, look at the sunset up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're on Orpheus Island and everyone's really happy that we're on another walk. We're going to the Hazard Bay Lookout. Mum, have a seat. Will do. This is our first stop on the walk. That's Hazard Bay down there, where the resort is, looking towards the northern end. And at the northern tip, that's where our friend Shaz was telling us the clam garden is. Down there, that's the solar panels. This resort is super self-sufficient. It's really good. There's lots of great stuff going on. Here's the intrepid walkers.
Can't be a very long walk, it's not a very big island.
How good is this? This would be like the ultimate sunrise spot, wouldn't it?
No. And in case you didn't hear that, no.
Walk up with a cup of tea?
Terrible.
No, it'd be lovely. Wild and windswept side of the island today. Well, this is quite cool. All these south and southeasterly facing beaches tend to capture a lot of the rubbish and marine debris, and here there's actually a bit of a bin and some gloves, so you can pick up plastic and have somewhere to put it. This is what we've managed to collect just in the last few minutes. More coming this way.
I just picked these up, which have been in the water for no longer than a week. That one, that's the state of it. Japanese. Didn't drift here from Japan. It's been thrown off a Japanese cargo ship. This one, Japanese or Korean writing. Probably been in the water a couple of weeks. Off a bulk carrier or something like that. But just there is the shipping cannon. Here's one, been in the water a bit longer. Dutch. So it must be off a Dutch ship, right? They throw all their rubbish over the side. Well, maybe not in the Barrier Reef, but not far off. Something needs to be done.
bit here is a public beach where you can actually put your dinghy away from the resort guests. And our friend Shaz has left us a bag of island goodies, fresh produce.
From their gardens.
From the gardens.
We've got passion fruit, we've got fresh mint, if you could smell this, fresh basil, and chilies.
Oh, yum.
Mango. What else we got? Little baby tomatoes, look at that, multicolored tomatoes. Thanks, Shaz.
You'll be pleased to know we definitely put this fresh produce to good use, along with the rest of our time on the island.
We're desperately trying to get coconuts down.
Even though the visibility was significantly degraded due to this La Niña summer's ongoing strong winds and rain events, we still took the time to snorkel when the weather allowed and enjoyed our underwater visits. We were lucky enough to tag along on a tour of the island's James Cook University Research Station, where we learned about the type of work that goes on to protect the Great Barrier Reef and its fragile ecosystem of corals. We also got to do one more hike, past the remains of an old shepherd's hut, along a trail marked by pink and orange ribbons, across flooded creek beds, and up onto the island's windswept ridge.
Oh, it's windy! Well, it's a rainy start to the next leg of our journey north. Off we go.
Alright, you can go back to the course now. The wind hasn't filled in yet, I think it will. At the moment we're just motoring and charging batteries.
And that is the view at the front.
I'm going to put the kettle on.
Underway. Obviously it's not very rough at the moment,
no, but
the stove is gimbaled, so it's swinging free, that basically follows the motion of the boat.
Nothing's worse than spilling coffee grounds in the boat somewhere, so that goes in there.
How's Pepe enjoying his morning, Josh?
Well, it's closing in behind us. The rain's coming.
How's your coffee?
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Basically, we're just waiting for the wind to come up so we can put the jib out and cut the engine and sail. Right now, it's not such a bad thing to have the engine going anyway, because the batteries were quite low, because we haven't had much sun for the solar panels. They're doing okay, but they could do with a bit of charge. So it's all good.
Hello babe, ready when you are.
Okay.
I think that's good. Let's see what speed we get. 7 knots across the deck. It's blowing 12.
We can just see Hinchinbrook Island coming out of the mist. Jurassic World.
Yeah, it looks like Jurassic Park.
And our speed's dropping down to just over 5 knots. I think we have to pull that jib out.
What we could try is pull the jib out the other side so we're wing on wing. Because at the moment the jib's blanketed behind the main.
We could try that.
When we're sailing downwind or with the wind on the aft quarter, we use our spinnaker pole to hold the genoa out, ensuring it stays as full as possible instead of collapsing with either the motion of the boat or in fickle winds. The first step to this process is attaching the topping lift to the outboard end of the spinnaker pole. The pole is then manually lifted from its side deck storage position and attached to the mast fitting at the inboard end. The topping lift and spinnaker downhaul are controlled via jam cleats in the cockpit. Given some slack on the topping lift, the person at the bow can place the appropriate side genoa sheet into the jaws on the outboard end of the pole. The end of the pole is then lifted up and locked off by the person on the jam cleats. Here you can see the red jib sheet running from the sail aft, the blue and white topping lift running up, and the red and white downhaul. Now we're ready to unfurl the sail on the windward side. The topping lift is adjusted one final time to bring the pole level with the clew of the genoa. And there you have it, a downwind sailing configuration known as goose wing, gull wing, or running wing on wing.
Well, we're having a lovely downwind sail today. The weather's not the best, it's overcast and a couple of little showers around. So it's blowing about 15-16 knots and the seas are calming off. It was quite rough earlier on, the remnants of strong winds that we've been having. And we've just got the genoa poled all the way out, full sail basically. And we're running dead downwind on the B&G autopilot on the wind setting. It's working very well, touch wood, and it's worked well in all conditions up to 30 knots. It's a great relief when the autopilot is looking after the boat, so you can do the other stuff that needs doing. Anyway, the crew are enjoying themselves in here. Joshy's reading Airfix Modeller's magazine on his iPad. Shaz is just relaxing.
Just enjoying this sail in flat water.
It seems flat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're not rolling around like we were.
Yeah, it's totally flattened out.
As you can see, the autopilot is on the wind setting. Dead downwind, 180 degrees. And over here you can see we're doing 6.5 knots, 6.8. And we've got about 19 miles to run to Dunk Island.
It's a morning rainbow. We've set sail from Dunk Island. It's still dark actually. Very early morning departure. Everyone got up though. Right, babe, morning.
Yeah, morning.
And bit of a sunrise over there, but we're just about to head into some more showers. It's a lovely light. We're sailing through lots of little rain squalls at the moment, but one of the things that's great about this boat and our configuration of it is that we can do this and stay pretty sheltered and dry, all because of this cockpit arrangement. Over here we've got one side clear, completely zipped down. This is the windward clear, and that's catching the rain pretty much on this side, and it's really quite dry there. And then just so that we've got some airflow still coming in, we've got this side clear, actually just pegged out to the rail, and it's still dry enough because of the angle that we're on, but it just makes it really nice, secure,
Dry.
it's comfortable, which is what you want. You don't want to be sitting out in the elements with your wet weather gear on, getting wet, damp at the best, and miserable.
And sitting in a puddle.
It's been an early start today. I think the engine went on just after 4:30. Making good time though. This shows you on the radar the rain squall that we're going through at the moment, and it is 6:45 in the morning and the wind's dropped.
Well, we've got some nice sailing conditions now. We've got about 15 knots of breeze behind us. We're sailing wing on wing. The sun's come out. We haven't seen much of that. We're passing Scott Reef off our starboard side. There's Scott Reef there, and we're just coming up past Sudbury Reef, and right on the end of Sudbury Reef here is a coral cay, and we're going to anchor there for tonight, and hopefully the wind's supposed to drop tomorrow and we might be able to do some snorkeling and some fishing. How's the weather looking now, babe?
Well, it's good. It was worth our early start, I think, because the wind's definitely dying, so it's good to catch the last of it before we get in, and that's exactly what we want, for it to drop just as we get to a reef anchorage. Good planning.
Good planning.
Well, land ho! There's a tiny piece of white sand over there that is our cay we've been looking for. Sudbury Cay. The wind has actually done what we wanted for a change and blown us all the way up to Sudbury Cay from Early Beach.
Alright, we better start angling in, otherwise we'll be going against it. Let's get rid of this and then we can turn in.
Quick. That's it. It's a photo go!
All the way in.
Do you reckon there'll be some GTs here tonight?
Possibly.
What? Dad's got it.
Well, here we are, we're at Sudbury Cay. Still a bit lumpy, but the wind's going to die down tonight, so it'll only get better.
On the Great Barrier Reef.
Reaching Sudbury Cay was a milestone in our voyage so far. From Dunk Island onwards, we had officially crossed the invisible boundary between North and Far North Queensland. This was the Great Barrier Reef we had come for, and the reason for going north when the majority of cruisers were summering south. Granted, we were taking our chances in a cyclone season that could prove more volatile than normal, whatever that is, thanks to this being Australia's third consecutive La Niña year. But it was also the one time of year when, although hot, and as we've shown, wet, we might just find respite from the howling trade winds and maybe even those fabled calms that would give us the perfect conditions for reef exploration. To see if we did, you'll have to stay tuned.